So one of the things that we do in our documentation, because anytime you dig in the ground, it's somewhat of a destructive process. You're taking things away. So you want to record everything that all the soil changes, all the different types of artifacts you find, whether or not there's rocks. Before you take anything out, you want to document what it is. And one of the ways we do that is through photography. Obviously, we take pictures of everything. All the stone foundations and things like that, and anything else, the soil changes and so on. But then we also do maps, and this is an overview map. We do individual maps for each of the test units. So you can see some of the test units we've done here, and some of them I've showed you already. So we're standing about right here, looking at the cellar. So this is the cellar area, okay? This is the 16-foot structure on the west side, and then this is the 16-foot building on the east side that we think was the original house that the Powells built. And then you can see there was a chimney fall right here. So that's where all the brick are. So you had the chimney this way, probably a doorway coming out this way, and then if this building was here at the same time, the hearth faces to the south, so if it's on the gable side of the building, the doorway might have been over here before they put the cellar hole in. So, at one time you had a small structure, they maybe added this a little bit later, and then they added this cellar to make this fairly large structure here. So this is 16 by 32. This is about 32 feet wide this way, so it's an additional about 50-foot wide building when it was finally in its final form. So that kind of gives you an idea what it would look like. And then of course we have more precise mapping, and we'll put all this stuff into our GIS, and that's all in our future plan. The other thing as we're talking here, I wanted to mention is just the preservation. So this is a very well-preserved site archaeologically. It hasn't been, a lot of times you'll find sites that have been either bulldozed or they've been plowed. The stones have been cleared for agricultural fields and so on. This hasn't had any of that, so it's pretty much intact. In other words, you stick a shovel in the ground and you're going to get something that relates either to the time where it was dormant, after it was destroyed maybe in the 1930s or 40s. Anything below that is going to be Powell related. So it's really well preserved archaeologically. It's also been preserved from vandalism because it's out in the woods. And so it's really, even though the trees have caused some damage with the roots, it's really an excellent example of a well-preserved site, especially for an early African-American farmstead. It's just very rare and an important resource for American history.